Okay, so I just want to do a very quick video to show the 40 days time period from the 19th of December on the Overcomer calendar. And so the template I've got here is that obviously this would initiate the beginning of the 12th month for the new moon day on the 19th of December. And so we go through 1 month, which is prophetically 30 days, and then we get to the 10th day, which should actually be the 28th of January. So in my previous video I said obviously the 29th of January, because that could be after 40 days. So the 40th day would conclude on the 28th of January, bearing in mind that we have a new moon day that's outside of the calendar count, because most people would say, well, 40 days is the 27th of January. So either way, 40 days would take us to the end of January, and therefore we would miss the beginning of the terrible times that would begin from February onwards. And that's why I find it quite interesting that Austria are bringing in, you know, mandatory vaccinations from February. I just find that quite interesting that that will be beginning from February. So this is all to do with obviously the control system coming into place, and therefore, you know, this is a precursor to the mark of the beast being implemented. It's not the mark of the beast, but it's a precursor in order to build the framework around society in order for the mark of the beast to be brought in. Okay, and that will come through the beast system, i.e. the mark of the beast comes from the beast, and this is where the system is generated in a way that will bring forth the ability for people to buy and sell, to have their debts written off in order for them to start afresh and have a health system that's also within the system of this beast system. So this is really interesting that this will begin in 2022, looking like the system will begin after these 40 days, because that's why we therefore escape. Okay, after 40 days we get taken up, just like Jesus was taken up after 40 days. Now this is also paralleled potentially with the day of visitation being the 10th day of the first month. So, you know, we also need to take into account if there's going to be a literal, you know, sign of Jonah 3-day event around this time period of 19th of December, which could even take us up to the 14th day or the 15th day, right, which would be a prophetic Passover time period. Okay, so it's also, you know, bearing in mind that we are coming to the end of this dual Passover night timeline. That's why it's so good to appreciate the development of time, because you can know why it's now, because of the fullness of time. There is a wisdom that God is showing us, that the Exodus happens after Passover, and therefore we've had the Passover night in the Gospel of John, and it's now completed. So this is why the transformation will happen imminently, and it could therefore begin from the 19th of December, which is the new moon day of the 12th month on the Gregorian calendar, because we've switched, okay, from a Hebrew calendar where these lunar eclipses are happening on the 1st and 7th months, and then we go into a Gregorian calendar where these lunar eclipses are happening on the 1st and 7th months of the Gentile calendar, which is January, July, January, July. Okay, so that's the because it's all nations now with a new covenant. You don't want to be old covenant centric with the Jews, because that's the old covenant. Jesus Christ has come to establish a new covenant and also a new creation, and it's his life that allows us to escape these terrible times. You know, if God has given us redemption, the forgiveness of sins through his death, i.e. through his atonement, how much more shall we be saved by his life, as it says in Romans. So this is why we're anticipating the day of visitation to happen around about the 28th of January 2022, and therefore we will escape these terrible times that are coming. So I just wanted to do a quick update video to show how these 40 days are timed from the 19th of December 2021. God bless you everybody. Have a great day.